Alright, I'm making another video. Here's my Watchman goby. You can see they've really been digging a lot between him and the pistol shrimp. Mandy, they have piled up, mounded all the sand in the back of the tank. And I guess they're taking it from the bottom beneath this rock because I had put sand down before the rock. So they got massive piles over here because it was all flat. I don't know where your buddy is. I don't know where the pistol shrimp is right now, but you know, the elegance coral is looking bigger than ever. It's kind of running out of room in this area. I'm not sure if I want to move it just because it's doing so good over here. It's out every single day and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. You know, it's starting to climb up this rock and it's touching the glass now, but the colors look nice. The tentacles look like they're getting long. They were never really that long, I don't think. But it is starting to touch the zoas that I put over there. I think those are actually pallies. But it looks like they are about to touch them. So we'll see what happens if there's any problems. But I do have some problems. Looks like I have some aptasia. And I've had it before, but it looks like it's getting a little bit worse. You see that guy right there? That's the biggest one that I've found so far. But I got a piece there, and then I have another piece over here. Right there. You see that guy? There he is. I got some weird stuff going on in the tank. I have some white sort of sediment. It's not sand, but it's collecting inside the feather dusters. I pulled it out. It was kind of orangey. I don't know what exactly it is. And it was on the back of this GSP, back over here. There was some sort of like, there's white stuff. And I got bugs in this tank. I don't know if they're copepods or amphipods or what. But when I turn the lights on, after they've been off for a little bit, they're everywhere. They're crawling up the walls, and they're all over everything. And you can see they leave little tracks in the sand. You see that? That is from all of them. And I'm hoping they're not bad. I mean, everything looks pretty good. So I assume that it's not a bad thing. Everyone looks good except for this guy. This guy's kind of hurting back here. And that is a pulsating xenia. And it's been moved all around my tank. And I never really found a good spot for him. And he kind of ended up back in this corner again. He had fallen off. The crab, I have a couple emerald crabs that live over here in the cracks. And it looks like they knocked him off once and I put him back. And then I moved them and I knocked them off again. But I did a little research and it looks like this guy, this is one of my new corals, is a hydnophora, which looks like to be one of the most aggressive corals you can get. And I guess if you put another coral next to him, it'll just suck the life right out of him like an alien. I guess they have some sort of tentacle things to come out and just suck all the juice out of anything living around them. So I'm keeping them pretty far away from everything. I put them up there. And other things, other changes I made, I had this guy, which I was told is a button scolie, but it looks more like an acan or a favia. Haven't gotten a ton of growth out of him, but the color's decent and he looks good. Anyhow, he was right here where this flower pot coral is, and I moved him down here, and I moved the flower pot from over here to there, so he's not getting as much flow. And I think he looks pretty good. He seems happy. So I did that. And then this frog spawn over here, I nipped part of his stem off. It was sitting in the sand in my last video. And I mounted him up next to the other frog spawn and then the hammer, both of which seem to be doing pretty good. I've been feeding them and kind of going to morph into one big giant ball of string, you know, ball of tentacles, hopefully when they're done. But I mounted him this morning and he's out. So he's looking pretty good, and it looks like a good spot for him. He gets some decent light. and decent flow, nothing crazy. You can see this is kind of the way it's set. I have my Jabao, wave pump set at 1. I set it at 1, and then I set my, the pulse on it to W1, which is just, I think, a common, it turns on, it turns off, it turns on, it turns off. And it seems to give decent, flow to the tank. I'm not getting a big giant wave in there like some of the other tanks. But that, along with my skimmer, that provides a little bit of flow. And then I have my protein skimmer, which also provides a little bit of flow here and there. So I think there's decent flow in the tank. You can see everything's moving a little bit. The fish seem happy enough. But, excuse me. But as far as this channel goes, it looks like I have some subscribers now. I think I'm up to 6, something like that. 6 subscribers and 150 views. My last video is by far the best one. So I figured I'd post another, just because I cleaned the tank this morning and I played around with the corals a little bit. I left the feather dusters where they are. They've kind of been moving around a little bit, and I try to just kind of leave them alone, let them go where they want. And they seem like they're coming out, and they seem pretty happy. But like I said, I blew out. It had a bunch of orange junk like in the middle of this thing, and I blew it out, and I'm not sure what happened to it. And then I did a water change, so maybe I sucked it up, hopefully. I also trimmed this Kenya tree a little bit. It had a couple branches that were touching the Sunny D zoas over here. So I clipped it back. I might have to do a little more clipping too. But he seems like he's doing pretty good, and I kind of like where it is. It's like a double-heighted space over there, so it's hard for me to put a shorter zoa coral over there. I think I'm better off having a nice higher guy. It kind of blends in nice, and I like the composition of, the Kenya tree next to the zoas and stuff like that. But all the zoas look like they're doing good, except for that Aptasia. That's bothering me a little bit. I'm heading out of town for a little bit, from Christmas through New Year's. So I've been in discussions with a guy I know who watches tanks, and he's coming by on Tuesday. He's going to test everything and kind of get a baseline for where this thing stands, just so we can discuss, what I need while I'm gone, and he can take care of it right. It's kind of expensive. It kind of hurts me to drop it. He charges $125 a day to come look at the tank. He says I'll do it for $100 if I do like 4 visits. So even so, $400 if I'm gone for, 9 days. That's a lot of money on this little dinky tank. It's kind of a bummer. What is that noise? What the hell? Something's clicking. I don't know what just made that noise. Something in here? I don't know what that was. Make sure this is on high. Yeah, there you go. That's on high. This guy I just changed, so he's good. I don't know what that noise was. What the heck? Oh well. So anyhow, just wanted to make a video and just catch you all up. Thanks for watching. Bye.